Hi there, students. Delta. Well, delta is the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Now, the Greek letter delta, the capital delta, is a triangle. And we have a river delta, an area of low flat land where a river divides into lots of little rivers as it flows into the sea. Now, what's interesting is that this river delta looks like a triangle. It's normally got a triangular shape. So the Mekong Delta, the delta of the river Mekong, the Nile Delta, a river delta. The country includes the largest river delta in the world. Okay, so a delta is where a river flows into the sea, and there's normally a very flat area which is full of the sediment that has been brought down the river over the years. So the town sits among cornfields and date palms on the Nile Delta. So yeah, an area of low flat land where rivers flow into the sea. Now, in mathematics or in graphs and charts, delta talks about a change in something. So if you want to measure a line on a graph, if you want to measure the slope, you need to measure delta x by delta y. Delta we very often use to mean the difference between two things. If you have two spacecraft that are docking, when they actually touch, you want delta v, the difference in velocity, to be as low as possible. Because if delta v is too high, they crash, and that's not good. Okay, so delta is the change in something. The scientist was measuring delta T as the reaction progressed, the change in temperature. In finance, a delta is something they use in options. An option changes with a change in the thing that it is based on. So a stock option, a delta of 0.5 means that for every pound that the stock goes up, the option price rises by 0.5 or 50p. Okay, and that's the ratio between the two. Delta, any object like a triangle, a delta wing aircraft, triangular. It's that triangle again. So a delta wing aircraft. In chemistry, in stereochemistry of organic molecules, I'm sorry, I'm getting complicated here. You have carbon, and there are different positions: alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. It's the fourth position, where an atom may be substituted. So delta. A delta, the fourth letter of the alphabet, the mouth of a river where it empties into the sea. The difference between two things. The difference between or the change in something. And also, very often they use Greek letters for the variants of a virus. So I don't remember where COVID Delta was, but It was the Delta variant was more transmissible than earlier variants of the virus. Okay, so the fourth letter of the alphabet, a river delta where sediment is deposited in the mouth of the river, a mathematical symbol representing the difference between two things. And delta like that is very often used in mathematics or in business. So yeah, the change of two things, it mathematically, delta. So the student calculated the delta of the temperature after the chemical reaction. The river delta is constantly shaped by the flow of water. There was a significant delta between the test scores of the two groups. Delta, difference. The hiker reached the delta where the two rivers concerned. The change in policy led to a delta in public opinion, a difference. The team studied the delta in customer satisfaction. Okay, so we're using it as the difference between the two. Okay, it's the difference between things. Delta, formality. I think I'm going to give it a 5, maybe a 6 in science, but I think generally 5. I think you can use delta anywhere. So, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Bye for now.